that you want. Ask yourself, describe the man that you want. Probably over 6 feet tall, 6 figures a year, attractive, charming, charismatic, able to dress well, in shape, goes to the gym. Congratulations.
Loyal,
that guy is less
doesn't
than
lie,
1% of the population.
Kind,
smart,
caring,
kind,
loyal,
gentle.
honest.
Cool, fantastic. You
yell.
just brought it down even more. That's less than 1% of the male population.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's so think about it. If he's less than 1% of the male population, and there's a bunch of beautiful girls that are turning 18 every day that will follow his lead, won't give him a headache, who do you think he's going to go with?
No, yeah.
Younger women.
I agree with you. It makes sense. It makes sense. I tried. I gave it a go, and
Same.
you know, I tried my best. So with my two daughters, of course I want them to be in love and start a family, and you know, I look forward to those days. But I want to make sure that if something does happen, they have a career to fall back on. They have their own bank account, and that, you know, I've been in a situation that was abusive, and it took me a while to get out of it, and I was very scared, and
But would it be fair to say that if we're going to tell young women that they need to prioritize their career, etc., that we also need to tell them in the negative side that if you pursue your career and chase this dream, another dream is probably going to end for you?
Absolutely.
Because we tell women that they can have it all, they can go ahead and chase a career and make money and become successful. What we don't tell them is dark side of that. There's a high likelihood that you're not going to find the man of your dreams if you have the career of your dreams.
Yeah.
Because men don't care about experience. Men don't care about competency. You said it earlier. We want a girl that's unused and hasn't been around the world. Think about it right now. Earlier, set them up in the trap. Earlier, I asked you.
You triggered my trap card.
If your daughter, if your son was Logan Paul and he was dating that woman and all these pictures were on the internet of her with other men, that sounds to me like experience. That sounds to me like independence. But none of you signed off on her really with her actions. So on one end, you guys are saying, no, women should go out there and get experience, be independent and date people and have fun, etc. But on the other end, when I tell you your son is going to be on the receiving end of that woman, you guys say, fuck no.
Well, it obviously means like you have to think about like the choice of like your decisions, your actions throughout life. That's on you. You have a head over your shoulders. You don't. That's going to obviously lead with you to your future as well as your past leads with you now. You always have to think about what you're doing.
But what you don't understand is that a woman's past will absolutely tarnish her ability to find a man in the future.
What kind of past?
Anything
in general?
Being promiscuous, having a lot of male partners, etc. This woman probably didn't even fuck all these guys, but the image is there, which is bad enough.
Because perception is reality.
But she
like,
found the guy she
like
wants.
she fucked all these dudes, so it lowers her value tremendously.
I mean, hold on, it was enough to make all of you say she's a disqualified candidate for your son.
I didn't say disqualified. I
Sit down and talk to her.
Yeah, talk to her.
Yeah.
It made you have questions.
But if she's aligned in her life at the point where she's with my son and she's gonna you know, be in a different place in her life, I just think it's different and it's all circumstantial.
Does a tiger ever change his stripes?
Rawr.
Very few tigers change their stripes, but some people are living a good ass time and then they grow up, you know.
But
some
then they lose.
So
she didn't lose. She got
like
the
getting
dude,
wore
right?
out with his, like,
that doesn't mean he's gonna keep her though.
It comes back to it comes back to the situation I gave before. Like, men value women that are inexperienced, women that are impressionable, women that can be molded, women that want to follow their lead, because men are expected to be leaders. If I am responsible for a platoon of soldiers, right, I want soldiers that are going to follow my lead. Hey, we need to go this, do this, I need you to do that. They don't want no talk back or whatever, because if they don't, the mission doesn't get accomplished, people can die. There's serious consequences. A relationship with a man is very similar. So men in general want women that are going to comply and follow their directions, because life already is hard enough for us. It's very difficult out there. So the last thing you want is a combative, rambunctious woman that's assertive and dominant because she wears her work at home and she's made a career for herself and earns a lot of money. And you don't have to tell her, you can't tell her shit. That's very annoying. And I would argue, right, because a lot of our friends are higher net worth individuals, etc. Guys like us don't really care about women's careers and income.
Granted, we're not saying you can't work a job. We're just saying when it comes to the choice of having a family, what's more important to you? And at the same time, finding a man that's going to be a leader for you isn't easy either. But when you do find that man, would you give it your career for that man?
Yeah, I think we can tell women to go and chase a career. I'm never against women going and making money and chasing a career, but I don't like that we don't tell young women that comes with consequences.
How do you feel about traditional roles in this generation, though? Because I feel like it's not always how it used to be. It should be, right? But men are so feminized, like I said on the last podcast. And I just think things are changing now where women feel they need to take on that dominant role for security purposes almost.
But a lot of it's out of necessity too, because we've been in abusive relationships and we got financially fucked over and had to start from scratch, rebuild everything.
Well, to be fair, who chose that relationship?
Definitely. And that's why I exited it with nothing and rebuilt, because I made that choice. So yeah.
Wait, so the guy, did he get alimony from you or the other way around?
We did no alimony either way.
No child support, no nothing.
Very, very small child support.
Okay, so he paid you child support, but not as much as.
Wait, he paid you or you pay him?
No, he pays me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, as he should. I have the children.
No. We understand that, but I mean, I'm sure that the divorce probably messed him up too. Like, I mean, divorce typically cripples men.
Unless, you know what? Yes, you're right.
I would like to add to her point though, because why, like, I exited my relationship is that
we have 3 divorced women on the panel. That's crazy.
Is that
she's in the military, so I get it.
Yeah, I married.
You married at 18?
No, I was. We got together when I was like 19. Like, yeah.
Was he military too?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Out the barracks. But one of the reason I left is that he got complacent. Very complacent. And it was very off-putting. You know, he was no longer the leader. He was no longer willing to lead. And, you know, I gave him, 2 years to, work on his shit. And then it just got to the point where like I was almost being masculinized because, I would have to be doing everything. And it just got to the point where like I no longer wanted to go home. Like I would spend extra time at work or at the gym, and just because coming home and it was just annoying and naggy, and I just didn't want to put up with it anymore.
Yeah.
So did he change, or was he always that person you think?
He was not the same person I married now. When we first got together, he was very much a leader, very masculine per se, very strong, very dominant. And then as I grew my business, because I also run a childcare service as well, as I grew into my business and whatnot, which I did for us, because a big thing about soldiers is that they struggle with finances. So my goal was I wanted to create this business so he could become the best soldier he could be, and not have to worry about home. But then it got to the point where like I took care of him like too well, and then he got complacent and thought he wouldn't have to lead anymore, or be a prominent partner in a relationship. And he just didn't understand. And like he's not a bad person for it, but like no matter how like independent I become, like I always want to be taken care of and provided for, and like and to feel like there's a leader in the relationship. Mm-hmm. And, and I've said before, like, a lot of my friends know I repeat the phrase complacency kills, and complacency did kill, and it killed our relationship. And that's why I left. Like, there was no like, hard feelings. Like I let him have our house.
I think that's why important. Like when you got with your guy, were you guys close in age?